Hey guys, Supersonic123 aka John here. Welcome to episode number 5 of the West Ham Career Mode. The first game of today's episode, we take on Brighton and Hove Albion in the EFL Cup as we travel to the South Coast to take on the Seasiders. We will play a second team for this game, as the EFL Cup is not a competition I take particularly seriously, in all honesty. I mean, the league is like the bread and butter. For this season anyway, the Europa League is what we'll be in, and well, the Europa League is something I will also take seriously, not as seriously as the league, because the league is like the bread and butter, as I said. But in the FA Cup, because it's just kind of a cup competition, it's an alternative to the league, I suppose. It'd be nice if we could go on a good run in the FA Cup. But in terms of the EFL Cup, it's kind of a competition I just couldn't pass it up, you know. I mean, it'd be nice if we, continue our run in it, and I will make sure that we try and go as far as possible, because a trophy is a trophy at the end of the day. But either way, we would play a reserve team for this game against Brighton and Hove Albion, giving a debut to Alban Lafont. I meant to give him a debut in our second round tie against Alexandra, but I forgot I put that randomly goal. Anyway, Arbeloa would set up the first chance here for Diafra Sacco, as his lobbed cross went in the box towards Diafra Sacco. It flew on top of his head, but he heads over the crossbar and past the goalkeeper David Stockdale. Then Brighton would have their first chance of the game there with a shot from the former Allison Bournemouth man Glenn Murray, forcing the Frenchman Alban Lafont on his debut to make a fantastic save, as the 17-year-old denies the veteran striker of a chance to give Brighton the lead. And Brighton will come forward again with Murray finding Rowan Ince, and he again would force a save out of the 17-year-old Alban Lafont, with the French teenager forcing a fantastic save out of the Brighton man. Following that, then in the second half, Alvaro Estevez would play the ball through towards Ashley Fletcher, and Ashley Fletcher would make it Brighton and Hove Albion 0, West Ham United 1, as Ashley Fletcher, he picks up the ball from our scout future star Alvaro Estevez. He takes it in his stride, bangs it, right top corner. Well done, Ashley Fletcher. And that's his first goal for West Ham, having arrived for Man United for free in the summer, see in real life as well. And the 20-year-old gets his first goal in the West Ham shirt. Excellent technique to fire the ball past David Stockdale, and well deserved as well. We take the lead. We had better opportunities than Brighton in this game, and I see my manager celebrating on the touchline. Brighton, though, would respond here with Glenn Murray working his way inside. He finds Tomer Hamed. He finds Anthony Nokia. His shot hits the post after it's saved by Alban Lafont, but it's turned in by Oliver Norwood as the Northern Ireland man. Makes it Brighton 1, West Ham 1. As Oliver Norwood turns in the rebound of the shot from Anthony Nokia. It's saved at the foot by Alban Lafont. It goes up, hits the post. It pops back up for Oliver Norwood, and he fires it into the emptiness to make it Brighton 1, West Ham 1. And then into injury time, then Tammy Abraham would thread a through ball through towards Sofiane Faguli, and his first time shot would hit the post, as it would evade the grasp of David Stockdale. But just lacking a little bit of accuracy, just that pinpoint finish as it hits the post, and it would be Brighton 1, West Ham 1 at full time. Putting that then into extra time, Dimitri Payet off the bench would cut inside onto his right foot. He would play ball through to Cheikhou Kouyaté, who would shoot and score, and Cheikhou Kouyaté would win the game for West Ham United and send us through to the fourth round of the Capital One Cup. Off the bench, the two substitutes lining up linking up as Dimitri Payet finds Cheikhou Kouyaté and the CDM from, I believe, the Ivory Coast, sets up the shot on his right foot, has it, it goes past a number of Brighton defenders and Diafra Sacco, and indeed Brighton goalkeeper David Stockdale, as it finds the back of the net, and the game would finish Brighton 1, West Ham 2. And following that, you'll see in a minute here the tournament tree, as we see who we have in the round of 16. We do indeed have Leicester City at home in the fourth round of the EFL Cup. We get an international manager offer here from Russia, and I sold it for the minute, and the offer expires on the 25th of November, so in game obviously. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments below what you want me to do in terms of international management. In my Everton save last year, as you may or may not remember, I did Ireland. I took the Ireland job because obviously I'm from there, and I played the Euro 2016 with them at the end of season 1. We did qualify for the World Cup in 2018 in Russia, ironically it being in Russia. I didn't play it at the end because we never actually finished it before we left, and it was unfortunate. But if not meant to do a series in Russia, I would also send a youth scout there and stuff like that to try and build a Russian army, basically. And if you want me to do that, let me know. I might get more options. That's why I didn't accept or reject it straight away. I want to see what my options are, and that's mainly what I'll do in terms of international management. In this save, I might not take anything as well. That's also an option. So for the second game of this episode, we take on Southampton at the London Stadium. Obviously, the two teams taking fans. All the main lads in the starting lineup will retain their place in the first team. As you see, it's your average everyday lineup. Obviously, taking on Southampton, looking to continue out a really good start to the Premier League. They've already beaten Chelsea and Man City away from home. So Southampton, it wouldn't be an easy game per se. And in fact, it definitely wouldn't be an easy game. You have to put up with a front two of Ryan Seager and Charlie Austin. And in fact, Southampton with the first chance of the game. The classic swings the ball towards Jose Fonte, heads it on, and it's turned at the far post by the Romanian Florin Gardosh as his shot cannons into the back of the net off the deflection of our Spanish goalkeeper Adrian. And that kind of comedy of errors would lead to Southampton taking the lead. It goes down as an own goal for Adrian. Florin Gardosh sweeps in the ball and it comes in off Adrian, and it's given an own goal for the Spaniard. And Southampton will come to double their lead here after 23 minutes as Ryan Seager plays in Charlie Austin. Forces Adrian to the save. Actually, it wasn't. It was Ryan Seager in towards Bernard, that's who it was, and the outstretched arm from Adrian kept it at 1-0, as it would be. West Ham knows something more at half time. Then Ryan Seager would head the ball down towards Jordi Classy, and his left-footed half volley would be saved in the end as it bobbles up. There's a bubbled up just in front of Adrian, who was equal to it. He stretched out his left arm. Then we would come forward to Winston Reid playing it out of defence. He would play a through ball towards Lanzini, gets a shot off and scores to make it West Ham 1, Southampton 1. He grabs the ball in celebration. The ball is taken by the New Zealander Winston Reid up from the defence. He just finds the slightest gap in between Cedric and Fraser Forster as he slots between the English goalkeeper and the Portuguese right back to make it West Ham 1, Southampton 1, as Lanzini goes to pick up the ball and return to play, hopefully win the game for West Ham. Southampton will get the next opportunity as Cedric clips in the ball. It's headed away only as far as the Southampton man there, and he rattles the crossbar, and it does finish West Ham 1, Southampton 1 at full time. And disappointed to only pick up a point in this Premier League game. I think that's one we could have won. Maybe Southampton were a bit better on the day, maybe were a bit poor. In the end, it was a comedy of errors that led to Southampton's goal, whereas our goal was kind of a more well-crafted one. Maybe that's a bit of bias from me, but also maybe not. In the end, I will take a 1-1. It could be worse. And for the third and final game of today's episode, we take on West Bromwich Albion at the Hawthorns in the Premier League. Obviously looking to return to winning ways against the Baggies following that draw against Southampton. West Brom are a team I kind of historically do well against in career modes, although I've only ever done one before this one. But that doesn't really matter because we face off against the Baggies here, trying to beat them. As I look up against the Welshman Tony Pulis, the West Bromwich Albion manager. In terms of the lineups, this was West Brom's. We all were a very physical, kind of structured team, as shown by that defence with Bruns, McCauley, Evans, and Neon. That would form a kind of a defensive unit to try and keep us out in this game, because we know Tony Pulis has a history of trying to be defensive and trying to contain the opposition and play physical brand football, which is not something I'm a particular fan of. It's a terrible style in terms of entertainment value, but it works, so we might judge Tony Pulis for that. Anyway, we would get this game underway as Alvaro Estevez would pick up the ball here on the left-hand side. He would play it in towards Jonathan Caleri, who would find Manuel Lanzini. Caleri picks up the ball from the rebound though and volleys into the back of the internet. And I forgot to mention my lineup. I did bring in a couple of men like Caleri and Estevez and players like that, because this came just 2 days or so after the Southampton game, and Caleri came to us before the game and said, "Boss, I want to start this game. I don't like that I'm not being picked more often." I decided to start him as a lone striker, and lo and behold, like 2 or 3 minutes into the game, and he gets a goal for us. So, wouldn't just be Jonathan Caleri gets his first West Ham goal, and West Ham or West Brom would retaliate with James Morrison finding Salman Rondon, who cut back onto his right foot. He would find James Morrison. James Morrison, the Scot, would power the ball into the bottom corner to make it West Brom 1, West Ham 1, as James Morrison celebrates with Salman Rondon, who laid it on a plate for him. Salman Rondon picks up on the wing, cuts inside, plays the ball out to James Morrison, lays it on a plate for the Scot, and James Morrison just battles the ball into the back of the past the helpless Adrian, as it would be West Bromwich Albion 1, West Ham 1 at half time. But that was only West Ham's. I can't speak today. This is West Brom's only shot in the entire game so far. The Gökhan Torre will come forward for us then, playing the ball inside towards Lanzini, and Lanzini would turn, shoot, and finish to make it West Brom 1, West Ham 2 with half an hour remaining. As the interplay here from Torre into Lanzini, he turns, shoots into the bottom corner with the right foot past Ben Foster, as the West Brom defenders can just sit and watch us pick them apart. As the Lanzini gets yet another goal to make it 2-1. So following that then, West Brom will come forward with Nasser Chadli playing the ball in towards Salman Rondon, who would shoot. It would be saved though by Adrian, and it would go out for a corner. So Adrian's leaving us our blushes there, as Adrian was notified to caught in possession, which led to him having the ball to begin with. So that brings an end to episode 5 of the West Ham career mode, guys. Next episode we take on Göteborg, Middlesbrough and Crystal Palace. So make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode. Goodbye.